and more years than that, really.
Yeah. You got anything? What you got for us? What you got?
I was thinking like a year before I ever went on a date.
I know you've been sitting quiet for a minute.
Oh, I'm just getting tired. That's why.
What you got for us?
You
got some things you want to say?
Well, I need an opinion first to counteract.
Okay, I got some. Hold on one second.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'll throw out some hot takes.
Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna, the accent's cringe. Never mind. So, most men do not care or find you more attractive because of your career success, money, or academic achievement.
Wait, what was can you repeat it? Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Once again, most men do not care or find you more attractive because of your career success, money, academic achievement.
I agree with that. I think most men value beauty.
Any disagreements? Disagree?
I'd say it varies from man to man.
Yeah, there's some like simps out there that like want to get pegged. Yeah, for sure. But like generally speaking, I don't think men care. Do you disagree with that statement?
Generally speaking, no, I don't.
You have something?
Well, with my husband, he's always stated that he appreciates that, I'm ambitious and, want to do more than just, I guess, obviously I want to be a stay-at-home mom soon, but after that, once my kids are grown up, I would also like to, maybe go back into my field.
Wait, so when your kids are grown up, how many kids do you want?
I would like to have like three or four. Yeah.
3 or 4, and then when you say kids are grown up, 18 plus?
Probably high school age.
Okay, so 3 to 4 kids. So for a 22-year period of time, you're going to be a stay-at-home mom.
I would like to. I don't know if it's. I don't know if
that's what you want, right?
I would like to, yes. But he also likes that I had, I have a background. I have a art history. I had an art history degree.
Art history.
And I worked in interior design for a bit. I'm kind of in between right now. I don't know.
Wait, I'm sorry.
What's that reference?
Art history.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay. I'm sorry. So what do you do for work?
I'm in between jobs right now. I was working in interior design. I'm looking to continue working in interior designs, but just between positions.
And you have your bachelor's?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And your husband has told you that he is like...
He likes that I'm a well-rounded person, that I'm not just, I think he likes that I have ambitions and would like to possibly start a business in the future. It's just not the immediate future.
2050?
No, probably within the next 10 to 15 years.
Wait, but
when kids are in school.
But you said you want to be stay-at-home until your kids are
until the first
adults.
One's in high school, when they're in school, so I could work while they're in school time, if that makes sense. Clarify.
Well, I get that, even me, as much of an asshole as I am, if I was talking to a girl and she had some job, I'm not gonna tank my chances with her and be like, yeah, fuck your job. Don't care. I'll be like, oh, babe, wow, you... Our fucking secretary, good job.
No, but ambition can be attractive.
For example, right? People do these little lies where it's like your wife asks you, "Do I look fat in this dress?" And you're like, you don't tell her that. You say yeah, just a bit. No, I'm just kidding. But
you should.
You say, no, babe, you look great. You don't look fat in that dress, but whatever. In the same way, as a guy, you can't just shit on your woman's, if she has a job. You can't just shit on it. You kind of got to be Andrew would.
I would. Yeah.
I'd be tempted to, but I would probably do the whole no, you don't look fat in that dress. Oh, you work for some faceless corporation that doesn't give a fuck about you? Congratulations. I love your ambition.
No,
I would say that shit to her face. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck about your job.
I'm pretty mean. I do send my breakfast back sometimes.
I was going to say my husband, first of all, will say...
Tell me I look fat, but don't do that.
No, he will say, oh, you gained weight or something. And I do the same thing. I think.
Wait, your husband was like, your art history degree is so sexy.
No, but he likes that, I'm not just sitting on my butt all day. Just,
What do you think of Van Gogh? Are you...
I do like Van Gogh. I like post-impressionism.
Are you into modern art?
Not as much, no. I like post-impressionism. I like Baroque. I like Renaissance era, yeah.
I fuck with Baroque.
You're an artsy person?
Not at all. Not okay. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay.
I have seen some artwork done by a woman in the studio about Brian, though. I have seen some of that.
I have a couple fan art.
Yeah, but I
pieces.
saw a woman who
looking
was
at it.
sending you art once.
Oh,
Yeah.
Desiree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we.
She was
we
trying
don't
to win
talk-
your heart.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna go through my stack, then we'll do a roast session, then we'll wrap the show. So, do you guys think that Andrew or myself? The grammar's totally fucked on this. Andrew or me? Me or Andrew? Andrew or I?
Andrew or I.
Andrew or I?
Yes.
Do you think I? No. Wait, do you think me or?
Do you think I am?
Look, I'm an ESL student. English is my second language.
What's your
Anyways,
first
French.
language? Je parle
Oui,
français un
oui.
petit peu.
Okay. Do you think I'm misogynist or do you think Andrew's a misogynist? Going around the table. Starting with you, Miss Clementine.
Probably more you.
More me.
You do seem like you're kind of
Andrew
a
at least goes
misogynist.
down on women from what I heard last episode. That's what the whole
Wait,
fucking
I
the
have
whole bit
never-
about it.
Did we not catch that?
I
on
have
camera?
never said anything of the sort. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous
Wait, can you
allegation.
I
just
kinda came
repeat
in
it?
late
Can
on
you
it.
just repeat it? I don't know. I don't think we had it on you.
Did I do this?
So I'm more of a just go ahead. Just say it.
I'm just fucking around. But I said probably you are more misogynist. I really don't think either one is women, and you inflate your shit. But I think, because he at least goes down on girls, so he's probably
What?
slightly
That's fucking disgusting.
slightly
I
less
want to go home.
women hating.
Wait, because he does that?
Yeah.
Couldn't
is
you be?
mostly trolling.
Wait, what episode
mostly
was
trolling.
this? What episode
I
was
don't.
Armpit hair
has this
feminist.
popped?
Armpit hair feminist episode.
Okay.
Well, that's what they said.
Why would that make you a misog? Like, would a woman
It doesn't,
be a
I'm fucking
misandrist if she didn't suck dick?
Yes.
Okay. This darn misandrist. This misandry. That's what next time a girl won't go down on me, I'll be like, you fucking
Misandrist.
But I think probably,
man-hating piece of
I think
shit.
he probably likes women more
The fuck what
on a
does that
genuine,
mean?
on a fundamental level.
At least I want women to vote.
That's because of how much you hate them, Brian. I love them
well,
enough
boy,
to
he's gonna
liberate.
get me- he's
I
gonna get
love
me
them
on this.
enough to liberate them from such an atrocious responsibility.
You really don't think women should vote or be
I
able
don't
to?
think most people
I should
should
not
vote.
have brought that up.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I should
most
not have
people.
brought that up.
He's also like just nicer
Andrews?
to women in general. Yeah.
Did ever in the history of the podcast.
Well,
usually,
I'm the good
usually I get
Really?
labeled as being the absolute monster, and you get labeled as the person who's nice.
Well, I don't think you're like not nice, but I think your respect for women is just a little bit stronger.
Again, this has got to be a first.
Am I
time
wrong?
on the whatever
Am
podcast?
I wrong? Are you going to look at me and tell me that I'm wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Look at your face. You know it.
It's funny because I know Andrew's positions on so many things, but it's just, you would find his positions, I think, pretty upsetting. And that's why I think your statement is funny.
Yeah, but he still treats women like people when they talk. Like, you can be a little aggressive. And absolutely fucking savage. But I don't think either one of you are just
I'm sorry that I don't pamper and go, my dear,
I don't need that.
You were emotionally cheating on your ex-husband, and while you were fucking your husband,
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that part.
when you were fucking your husband, oh, sweetie,
First of all, who said I was
oh,
doing
you
that?
sweet summer,
Oh, my sweet summer child.
oh, you were thinking of your ex while you were fucking your husband. Your husband was having he thought he was in love with you. He was like hitting it.
But am I wrong?
And
No, he knew. He didn't think anything. I was very upfront, like autistically direct about
So
the whole
he
thing.
was fucking you, and you're like, yeah, I'm thinking about fucking
I
Billy.
never thought about my ex during sex.
What? Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Don't stop lying.
I'm not like a
Liar.
visual person. Why would I admit any of this other shit if I was going to lie about that?
You're a fucking liar!
No. But am I wrong?
I have always thought that a charge that of how horrible I am to women has been wildly overstated and not ever contextualized as to the fact that all I do is just argue with them the same way that I would men.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think would you play stepdad for anybody?
What does that have to do?
I just think
with
that he has a little bit
anything?
more empathy and genuine love for women. That's all.
I don't think being a stepfather proves that.
I think if you're super misogynistic, you're not even going to consider it.
What? I don't. This whole
Think
like,
about misogynistic
Wait, I
men,
want to
though.
like kind of pull a little bit back from this point you're making because it's one I hear frequently. So this idea that, like, for example, these men who are incels, that because like, oh, you must hate women because you can't get women. The most misogynistic men in the world fuck tons of like players are super misogynistic.
I agree.
So this idea that, oh, you can't get women.
No, I'm not saying you can't
No,
get-
I'm not. That's not
Okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying. But I'm kind of pulling it back from, oh, well, you wouldn't do this, so therefore, like, I wouldn't be a stepfather. Therefore, I have less empathy for women. So it's like, oh, it's kind of the similar argument as, oh, you can't get these men who can't get women or don't have success with women. They're more inclined towards misogyny. It's actually the player dudes. It's the guys who actually get women and see how y'all move. Those are the real misogynists.
No, I don't.
Trust me.
No, I agree with you on that.
Trust
But
me.
I just think his fundamental values probably come from a place of love for women and religion. I think some of them are inflated for views. And I think you probably have
No,
a deeper,
that I do reject.
I
always felt like I was very honest about my actual views.
Let me put it like this. I think that people who view the show probably expect you to be more of an asshole to women than you actually are. And I think that, Brian, you probably have a very fundamental, deeply rooted resentment towards women.
What evidence do you have for that?
With the way, so the last time I was here, you talked about how, like men might have to try 5 different dates with women before they get approved. And the way you talked about it, and you even said it was personal experience too, and there was just such resentment in the tone. Also,
What did I say?
Was it vitriol? Was he being vitriolic?
I don't know how to explain it, but you definitely have some walls up with women for sure. But I don't think either one of you are inherently misogynistic.
I don't even know what that means. I have walls up with women. What does that mean?
I don't know. I think that maybe when do you really want me to give a psychoanalysis?
I can't wait.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll entertain this.
You're just going to argue it. I don't know. I think maybe when you were younger, you probably got rejected a good bit, and also maybe somebody very deeply hurt you. And it could be a genuine analysis of the negative aspects of women.
Brian, who hurt you?
Yeah.
Who hurt you,
Somebody
Brian?
did. Also, the fact that you like the crazy bitches too.
What? Are you actually
A girl went through your phone on the first date, and you were with her for 5 years. Oh my God, be so for real.
I don't like crazy bitches.
Why did you stay with one for so long?
First off, I was incredibly young and
Okay, so maybe you
naive.
don't now.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, I can buy that.
Yeah. You have learning experiences. You're like, when you're young, especially men, like, you don't know what crazy is until you land on it.
That's
and
true.
then
This is like fucking Reverso Bizarro land.
But am I wrong? Like you guys
no, I
refuse
think you're
to tell
wrong.
me.
Brian's actually super nice. He's super nice to everybody.
you think-
I've never seen him not actually nice. Sometimes, because he's like you, you have like weirdism, but he has OCD.
Oh, actually.
And so sometimes he'll be like,
That makes sense.
sometimes he gets a little tilted, Well, as he puts it, right? He gets a little upset
Tilted,
when his show doesn't go all perfect because of his dumbass OCD.
Yeah,
But no, he's
I can see that.
yeah, he's definitely not.
So,
Yeah.
so you think you're more misogynistic out of the two?
Oh, most definitely.
Really?
Most definitely.
Well,
In fact, I don't even run from the label. Like for modern feminists, especially, they absolutely.
y'all just gave the answers. How
Absolutely.
How are they going to answer objectively?
Like absolutely, modern feminists should absolutely consider me to be a misogynist by all means.
You just
I think
considered
from their
yourself to be one.
perspective, sure.
Yeah, from their perspective, they absolutely should.
But I don't think that's like who you are fundamentally. I don't think that's true. I
I
just
think that
based
they're
off of what
fucking
we can
evil,
view.
drag, scumbag, fucking horrible human beings, and I'm glad that they see me as a complete and total rejection of that. Like, that makes me super happy. That means I'm doing my job correctly.
Maybe it's just because I'm like a little red pilled, but I don't think that makes you misogynistic.
In reality, no. But fundamentally, from their perspective, yes, for sure. For sure, he would be the nice one. Remember, I'm the Handmaid's Tale guy, right? It's fascism. And
I don't see it.
I don't even get this though, like, because if you actually this idea that because I've been rejected, like this is that this has been sort of the genesis of what you allege to be misogyny. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Shh.
I do have a video.
Zip it. Zip it good. Okay. So
It's so misogynist.
so misogynist.
They don't even treat them like they're people.
It's really interesting because I feel like this is actually much more a common occurrence in women. A woman gets at 18, the amount of 18-year-old women, mind you, I'm 35. I've had a lot of experience with women. And for example, I'll still say that I love women. I think women are great, and I don't always understand them. Can't always reason with them. Can't always logic with them, but still love them. Got a sister, got a mom.
As
you know.
opposed to me, who genuinely thinks that most modern women are just fucking awful.
Don't
They're
say that,
just
Andrew.
fucking
Hide your
awful.
misogyny. Hide the misogyny.
Yeah, but you know
Hold
what?
on.
In my defense, most modern women also think most modern women are fucking awful. Just to be totally
And
fair.
they
Yeah, I
can-
think
but-
at least us
See?
two.
But to finish my point here is that you got 18-year-old women who have like one bad dating experience with a guy. They get fucked and chucked. Some guy they really liked fucks them and ghosts, right? That gives them carte blanche to essentially become full-blown misandrist man-haters. Men are trash. I'm trying to think
All
of
men
some
are
of
the same.
No, they're like this.
Every
is,
man cheats.
Women will say this. Like if I were to say women are trash, not a word I've ever said. I've never said it. People think I've got the most toxic, misogynist podcast. I've never said women are trash. I don't believe it. 18-year-old women who've had one bad dating experience where they fucked a guy out of their league and he didn't call her back. Men are trash. They dye their hair fucking pink. They get a septum piercing. Boom. Instant like that. I have been rejected. Certainly. That's the genesis and story of almost every single man.
Sure.
Because we're the initiators. See, you guys
I
get
don't
to
disagree,
you
though.
guys get to walk through life on easy mode. You have dating on recruit mode. You never, as a woman, have to really deal with rejection the same way men do.
I agree.
Yeah.
But the emotion when you say that tells me there's something a little bit resentful there.
Just because I'm speaking in an impassioned way, I don't think you can infer anything from that just because I'm
That's-
speaking impassionately.
But you're asking people who don't know you guys, so that's all we can infer from. But I want to say,
so
like,
if I
you're
was
not.
speaking, if I said this monotone, which I normally am to begin with, that would be
Maybe, but it's just a feeling that I get, and I haven't heard you tell me.
how you feel.
Yeah, it's just well, what can we base it off of otherwise? Like,
Bro,
we don't have a
okay, so
foundation
here,
outside of this.
I can
You could use
infer.
the
I can
inferences of hundreds of
infer
shows.
because
that
you're-
between you two.
you're a stripper. Because you
Yes.
used to be a sex worker, you probably have contempt for men. Because every single stripper I've talked to
though.
and every sex worker I've talked to, because of their experiences with men, they have very poor assessments
Well,
of men.
you'd be right. We all base life off of our frame of reference and our individual experiences. Now, I love men. And even as a dancer, I was very, like, men get fucked in divorces, men suicide rates. Like, I've always been that way. And, but it wouldn't be unfair for you to think that when you have no other context. I would understand.
All right, well, I'm going to move it on to the rest of the panel because you talk a lot.
Y'all
Is
talk
that
to me. Y'all
misogynist?
ask me the most shit.
Well, because I'm trying to go around the table and then you're like, well, let me just psychoanalyze you, Brian. Do you think me and Andrew are misogynists?
Does misogynist, like, do you mean like woman hater by that?
Just mean that you think that men are superior to women.
Oh yeah, I think both of you are. If that's the definition.
If that's the definition, I take it back.
I don't agree with that definition.
No?
Because I
think
didn't
it
have
could
that.
just be misogyny, like either hatred or contempt of women.
If it's
It doesn't have to be
hatred,
to-
I don't think either of you
It doesn't
are.
have to be like
Always trying to
supremacy.
give them the most charitable definition possible.
That is the definition of misogyny.
Trying to be charitable.
Okay.
Do you think women are lesser?
In many ways. And in many ways not. I don't think men and women are interchangeable widgets. Since I don't think that they're interchangeable widgets, I think that they do different things better than each other. But as far as reproduction, life-giving, this is something amazing that women can do. And they throw it in the dumpster, which is fucking insane to me. But they do it all the time. They throw it right in the trash. And I think that men are essentially better at almost everything else.
Definitely. Yeah. I think you guys are misogynists.
Yeah.
Well, he said that. I didn't.
You gotta
So
give
okay.
this-
So what about me? What do you think about me? Am I a misogynist?
I don't know.
Can you define misogyny?
Yeah, like the hatred and for women thinking they're lesser.
Okay. Have I said anything that would indicate? Andrew said some things tonight. I haven't.
Yeah, no. But you guys are sitting next to each other and
Oh, okay.
you know,
Guilt by association.
on the same team, right?
I like how Andrew's
I
trying
mean, you
to
have
like
a pro-lifer
give him a
next to
pass
you.
too, to like become more that way.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know if you say things.
I mean,
for
I think
views
it's
that I
totally
haven't-
acceptable, and I don't even think women fucking care. I think that they're like, yeah, good. Like, fucking women suck. Good. Honestly, that's what I think. 90% of the women I talk to, right? 90% of, if you actually talk to them and they're away from the rest of the henpecking bitches, they're like, you're right. They're fucking awful. They suck. I love watching you rip them to pieces because they're so fucking dumb and they do stupid, retarded shit all day. And I can't believe it. Right? That's what they say.
I just
That's
think
their
everybody
perspective.
sucks.
Women are misogynistic too.
Wait, can I ask you a question? If there were three men coming, like you were on the street, and you saw three men coming at night, and you were alone, would you cross the street?
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
Miss
okay.
Andrews.
Yeah, you're a sexist then.
Yeah, Miss Andrews.
How?
Huh?
I've had guys like come up to my car and try to open my car door in a parking lot that was
Sure,
busy,
yeah.
like a creepy old guy.
Wait, did you ask how you're a sexist?
Yeah, how? How
No,
is that
because
sexist?
you're making value judgments based on their sex.
I'd probably cross the
Can I ask
street
you-
based on
okay,
any negative energy.
here.
If it was negative,
What if it's not negative? It's just
probably not. I don't want to be. It depends on if it's like in your neighborhood, you know.
It's
your
negative
neighbor.
energy. What?
Yeah, I
there's
don't know what that
there's not
means.
ropes of energy, right? So here's
there is.
let me just ask you the question this way. We'll make it super simple. Okay, two women who are walking towards you who look about your size, height, build, this type of thing. Okay, versus two men, right, who are average height, average build, this type of thing. It's late at night. You have the option to cross the street. Would you cross the street for the men before you would the women?
For the men before the women. Maybe, but it's kind of awkward if somebody's walking towards you, like to just like immediately
If
cross
you
the
have
street.
the option. You just have the option to cross
Probably
the street
not.
in such
If
a
it-
way where it's subtle enough where it doesn't look like you're avoiding them, but you are.
So weird. Those are two weird questions. They're interesting. I probably would just keep walking because it's more work to cross the street. Could run if they're gonna try it.
Okay, what if it's a group of four?
Group of four? I mean, hopefully they're gonna move over a little bit, right, on the sidewalk.
Okay, so at night, you don't cross the street when strange men are walking towards you.
Might.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
Well, that's a value judgment based on sex. So, and the thing is like, I think that's fine. I think it's fine to make value judgments based on sex. I think
Yeah.
that men do it all the time. They're like, I'm not going to fucking hire a woman. What a nightmare that would be. So they're making a value judgment based on sex. Just like if you make a value judgment based on sex, you think that men are going to assault you in the dead of night. I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Maybe there's something there to support that. Tons of women seem to think that this is the case. It's like, okay, fine. Go with your intuition because you're a pattern recognition machine. Just don't get mad at men when they do the same shit. When they're like, yeah, I don't want to get fucking accused of SA and a bunch of bullshit that I never did, so I ain't hiring no women. Now, I can't figure out, I've never been able to figure out how that's a misogynist take, even though I get told all the time it is. It seems to me like I'm just making the same value judgment you're making. I'm making the same exact judgment that you're making, just in reverse.
I hear you, but it's also discriminating to not hire upon gender or race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is like, it's also discriminating to cross the street.
No, I don't.
Yes, you're doing it on the basis of sex.
But that crossing the street doesn't affect anybody.
Hang on. What if you cross the street only because they were black? Would that be discrimination?
Maybe. Yeah.
Well,
depends.
yeah. So if you're crossing the street based on the fact that they're black,
because they're black.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
And then if you're crossing the street based on the fact that they're men, then yeah, you're discriminating. You're literally using discrimination as a value judgment.
What? So hold on. What's worse, a woman not getting a job, or you thinking men are predators?
Well, just because I cross the street doesn't mean I think they're predators. I don't think every man is a predator.
Well, you're not saying these two particular men are actually going to do something. You're just erring on the side of caution, right?
Maybe I just don't want to be walking so close to people.
Sure. Well, you're just erring on the side of caution. And it's like, okay, but I think that that's the same exact thing that men are doing when they don't hire women. They're just erring on the side of caution. They're just doing the exact same thing in reverse. They're like, well, I mean, chances are you're not going to do anything, but why take the chance? Seems like it could be pretty catastrophic, so why bother?
I just don't see a woman like going into a workplace with all men and them being the only woman and just like randomly accusing somebody of sexual assault unless they
Well, no, there's many other problems, right? Maybe they start dating inside of the workplace, or they create friction between multiple employees. Women.
That happens in every workplace, though. I would say.
Yes, but it happens more with women because women tend to attack reputation, slander reputation, more than they attack arguments, things like this, because they don't seem to really understand arguments. So
are there statistics on that?
Personal attacks, instant. Yes, there are. Yes, of course. Yes, of course, women use innuendo and slander as their form of attack more than anything else. They don't have physical force like men do. Men are more likely to use physical force or argumentation. Women are more likely to use reputational damage and slander. So if that's the case, yeah, they're going to cause a lot of problems in the workplace. It's not that men don't do it. They do it, right? It's just, it's the rates.
They definitely do it, too.
It's the rates. I mean, women essay men, too.
Yeah,
but you're talking about the difference in rates, right? That's what you think in your head. That's why you make that value judgment. It's like, I don't blame a woman for crossing the street when a group of men are approaching her. I don't blame her. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I just don't know why they blame men for not wanting to hire them. It's like, that makes fucking sense, too. That's all. How does it not? Yeah.
More notes here. Okay, so let's just try to get through all of these as quick